Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm DeBorah the owner of Xplicit Hair Studio, located in San Diego, California. I'm also a board certified trichologist, which is a hair scientist. What I do is study hair. I study hair loss. I study scalp disorders, but I don't only study them. I help women get down to the root of the problem so we can grow the hair back. We can slow the progression of the loss and help them with the scalp disorders to manage it if we can't get rid of it. But I'm also a licensed cosmetologist of 32 years of being in the business, helping women maintain the health of their hair and their scalp is my thing. Okay. So with that being said, I'm here today to share with you the topic traction alopecia. And so many women are coming to my salon and also sitting in the clinic chair who is experiencing traction alopecia. So I wanted to discuss 5 areas of what traction alopecia is all about. So with that being said, let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk to you about is understanding traction alopecia. You probably have heard traction alopecia, but let me just explain to you what it really is. Traction alopecia is when you are damaging your hair follicles, okay? So what happens is when you are wearing protective styles repeatedly, constantly, maybe 6 months, 9 months out of the year, and they're too tight and they're wearing down your hair strand. So it begins to damage your hair follicles, okay? And once your hair follicles are damaged, it depends on the severityness of it, you will not get the hair back. It doesn't matter what topical is on the market that is claiming to get the hair back, because the only thing that can be, what I want to say, brought back to life is something that ain't dead, because nothing is coming back to life if it's dead, okay? So just know that I don't want you to spend a lot of money on different treatments and topicals and it's not going to work, okay? And I'll tell you why it's not going to work once we get down to the treatment options, okay? So the next thing I want to talk to you about, which like I said, you're probably already familiar with some of these things, but let me talk about some of the common causes of traction alopecia. It's coming from different hairstyles that we wear, the different protective styles, and also chemicals such as relaxers, perms, and hair color. And then you can also get traction alopecia from styling tools like the accessories, like hair bands, hair clips, ponytail holders, and things like that. So of course, the different styles that causes traction alopecia if it's too tight or wearing down your hair strands. Ponytails can cause it as well. We love our ponytails, but sometimes we're pulling those ponytails too tight. I had a client many years ago who loved a ponytail, and I love them too, but she was beginning to have a receding hairline. The hairline was moving backwards because she continued to wear the ponytail, and she was telling the hair she wanted it to go back, and so the hair was leaving the actual hairline and it was causing her to have traction alopecia. Okay, so the next thing is recognizing the signs of alopecia. Just like I said before, the hairline that began to recede backwards. You have a full hairline, and then the hairline is constantly moving to the back. Okay, now the signs are thinning. First it starts thinning, and then you start seeing loss. But also when you're wearing some of the styles, you can experience burning, like itchy, bumps, little small bumps, and also pus on the scalp for the bumps and stuff. And some people even have bleeding going on. And so then puffy scalps. I know you may have seen someone with braids, and their skin has actually puffed up and it's red, just burning and tingling. All those are signs of traction alopecia. And if you choose to ignore those signs, you definitely are going to have it more severe. So recognize and pay attention to the signs of what it is to get traction alopecia, and just talk to the person who is doing these installs for you. Tell them it's too tight. Don't be afraid. Speak up. Be your own advocate. Speak up if something is painful. Let them know immediately, because beauty is not pain. I don't know who came up with that foolishness, because that's some foolishness. Because no, I ain't trying to hear it. Beauty is not pain. Now, some of the things that we do to beautify ourselves do cause pain, but you don't want something that you're beautifying yourself with that is going to cause you permanent damage. I'll say that, okay? So the next thing, what can you do to prevent it? What can you do to prevent traction alopecia? Glad you asked me. Give your hair a break, okay? Love your hair. Be gentle with your hair. Treat your hair like it is the most valuable thing that you have, because you know what? It is, because once you don't have it, oh, it's just really bad. I'm telling you, if I could really help the women to hear me that's looking at this right now, please, you don't want to suffer on the back end having this particular hair loss, okay? So give your hair a break. Make sure you keep your hair and your scalp moist. And it's very difficult to keep your hair moist if you keeping it in a protective style, because what's happening, especially if you're wearing braids, or you adding any type of synthetic hair in, is actually taking the moisture out of your hair. It's pulling it right out, and just sucking it bone dry. And then a lot of you guys are wearing these protective styles and you're not even shampooing your hair, your scalp. It's just a big mess. So, okay, don't do that. So avoid tight hairstyles. Avoid wearing these things repeatedly as well. So the next part is treatment options. If you already have traction alopecia, it depends on how long you have had it. I would recommend you contacting a trichologist or your dermatologist for professional advice and treatments, okay? Now, it may take a while to get in for the dermatologist. I don't know why it's taking months to get in with the dermatologist. But if you have trichologists in your area, or you can call me and I can help you through it. But it's really best if you have a trichologist that they can put your hair under, they can look under the microscope to see what damage there really is to the hair follicles, if there is still some there, okay? So they are the only one, when I said understanding traction alopecia, that you were causing damage to the hair follicles, that's what I'm saying. Only a person can tell, if the trichologist can tell if you have damage to the follicles. But also you can kind of tell too, when the hair comes out and you see the little white on the bulb of the hair, ooh, that's a no. So, okay, let's get into this treatments. What else can you do besides contacting the trichologists and dermatologists? Okay, so what you could do at home. Change to less damaging hairstyles. That's easy. Man, I ain't gonna say it's easy, because it might be difficult, because our identity is everything. It's our self-esteem. Our hair is our culture. I understand that. I really do. So I'm not gonna say don't wear the protective styles. All I'm gonna say is choose something that's less damaging. Don't wear them as often. Don't make them as tight, okay? So if you already have it, you can do some topical treatments. One of the topical treatments is minoxidil, because it stimulates hair growth if the follicle is still intact, okay? It stimulates hair growth. But the one over the counter, you may experience some challenges with that, because some people have been complaining that the one over the counter irritates their scalp, because it does have a high alcohol content in it, okay? But if you're interested in one, that I carry one here in the office, and I have it down in my link. It's called Restor Root, and it has aloe vera in it, and the aloe vera counteracts the alcohol, okay? So you don't have that burning and tingling and irritation on the scalp. But it's not something you should just order and put on. You really need to allow the trichologist to teach you and tell you how to use it and how to get off of it and all that kind of stuff. The next thing you can get, which is a topical as well, is essential oils like peppermint or rosemary. Those are excellent for scalp health. And remember, you can't just use the essential oils without using a carrier oil. And the carrier oil, you can use like a jojoba oil. You can use coconut oil is really good. It's not too thick, or I can't think of the other one right now. It's right on my head and it just escaped. But anyway, those are some of the things that you can do for treatment options. And last but not least, I just give you a little bonus. If you wear low tension hairstyles such as wash and goes, a low ponytail, loose braids and twists, and make sure that you wear a satin cap at night, you can save your hair and not have to experience traction alopecia. Okay, so thank you for joining me again, and hopefully you got some information that can help you. And if you like what you heard, hit the like button, subscribe, and also click the notification so when I come back, you'll know when I'm coming back. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your valuable time. God bless you, and I'll see you the next time. I post every Monday, so come on back and check me out. Bye.